Okay, today we have Prima Taste Singapore Curry La Mian. Okay, the first thing I need to tell you about this is that it costs £2.30. So not only is it the most expensive one we've had on this channel, it's the most I've ever paid for an instant noodle in my life. But whilst I haven't had this one, I did have the Laksa one from the same range a couple of years ago, and I remember it being phenomenal in terms of the quality. I remember thinking that the value for money was good. So I'm really excited to try this one and see if it stacks up as well. And you can tell that this is going to be quality from looking at what's on the packet here. So it says noodle in an aromatic curry soup, no MSG added, steamed air-dried noodle, no artificial flavoring, no artificial coloring, no added preservatives. So they're really going all out from a quality perspective. So this Prima Taste brand, I understand that they are part of a baked goods food group. So they do lots of flour and grain. So I think they saw this as a way of showcasing their flour through these noodles. I would guess that anyway. It's the only Singaporean noodle we've had on this channel so far. The only other Singaporean noodle I've ever had was the one from this range. So I haven't had anything else other than this, but I'm still extremely excited. Okay, just looking at the back, first thing that jumps out, 709 calories per serving. So the other one that I had from the range, the Laksa last time, it tasted like they had a can of coconut milk in it. So it was really rich, so I remember it being like a traditional proper Laksa with all the coconut milk in it. And I'm expecting this to be similar. So I'm not put off by the 709 calories. These are steamed air-dried noodles. It's not fried. Okay, in terms of the ingredients, let's look at the curry paste. So vegetable oil, shallot water curry powder, which contains coriander, cumin, chili, fennel seed, clove, cinnamon, white pepper, dal, turmeric, star anise, and salt. It's got garlic, galangal, salt, lemongrass, candle nut, dried chili, sugar, spices, chili, flavor, turmeric, ginger, shrimp paste. And then the curry premix, which is the sort of coconut milk thing, has coconut milk powder, sugar, salt, yeast extract. That sounds amazing. Just listening to the curry powder contents in that paste gets me really excited. Okay, cooking instructions. Add curry paste, then curry premix into 500 ml of water, mix well and bring to the boil. Put the noodles into the boiling curry soup, lower heat and boil for 7 minutes. Curry La Mian is ready to serve. So it says, for a more indulgent meal, at step 2, you may add cooked chicken, cooked potatoes, hard-boiled eggs, bean sprouts and fried bean curd at the 6th minute. Brilliant. I'm not going to do that, but that's an interesting suggestion. Okay, let's go inside and see what's in here. Okay. I think this is a little bit bashed up, but let's have a look at those noodles. Oh, I remember these noodles. Just unlike anything else out there. Steamed air-dried noodles. Really, really pale and substantial. 2 very substantial packets here as well. So I'll open up this paste first of all. Okay, this looks like real curry paste, doesn't it? Ooh, fishy. Wow. Yeah, you can smell so many spices in that. It just smells of curry powder. It smells of ginger. It smells like a really authentic curry paste. Really, really nice. I didn't get to show you this premix being opened, but if you look at what's inside, it's like a white powder. And this is the stuff that just sort of turns into coconut milk when you're cooking it. It smells absolutely amazing. Just like coconut macaroons. Really, really appealing aroma to that. So that's everything. I'm very, very excited to cook this up and see what it tastes like. Okay. This looks and smells incredible. I hope you can see how beautiful that looks. My mouth is watering non-stop just looking at this. Wow. So when I say I like chewy noodles, what I have in my mind is my experience eating the Laksa version of this a couple of years ago. They were just perfect. So I cannot wait to try these noodles. I mean, they just look amazing. Everything during cooking of this just looked completely real. The curry paste, you could see the lemongrass floating in the soup while it was cooking. You could see the little bits of chili. It just looked real. It looks like there's a can of coconut milk in here. And those noodles, they just look real. So that's what you're paying for when you get this packet of noodles. It is the closest thing I could imagine to what it would look like if I made my own noodles and dumped coconut milk in with some curry paste and cooked it up. And I think, you know, I think it's going to be good. Okay, so I'm going to start with the smell. Wow, so aromatic. The coconut's coming through, the chili, but all of those different spices, so complex. It smells like an amazing curry, an amazing coconut curry. That's what it smells like. In terms of the look, you know, I've mentioned that you can see the ingredients. You can see that beautiful oil on top. The noodles look so lovely. And the soup, just the consistency looks like it's got coconut milk in it. And you can see the little bits of chili floating around in that. Looks amazing. And let's taste this soup. Wow. Salty, chili, coconut, really intense spices. So complex. Getting a little bit of the lemongrass. Wow. That is incredible. I remember seeing a review of this, and the person reviewing said if he was set that down in a restaurant, that he would just happily pay restaurant price for it and just eat it, you know. And from tasting that soup and from the look of this, I would completely agree. You know, there's nothing there that I would be able to identify as being from an instant noodle so far. What really matters though is going to be these noodles. So let's check them out. Yeah, that's the one. So thick and so chewy, just the way I like them. You know, it doesn't fall apart. It's so firm. You know, you can see it bouncing. Incredible. I honestly just wish all noodles could be like that. So thick and bouncy. Really, really pleasant. Nice and salty, that soup. I'm wondering if the same thing's going to happen with this bowl again, where it gets spicier at the bottom. We'll see. So fragrant. You can see the ingredients there, just like a real curry. That's what you would expect, you know. So there's no flake packet to give it that authentic look and texture, because all of that stuff is in the curry paste, you know. Coconutty, aromatic, hot, spicy, really substantial. You know, it's a proper meal. Wow, incredible. My nose is running from the chili, as it always does, but that was beautiful. I'm in shock. It's really hard to understand why, if they can get that out of this packet of instant noodles, why isn't everyone doing it? You know, it just must be expensive to do that. And, you know, and they're pricing themselves out of the student market with this at £2.30. But honestly, it's really hard to imagine anything better in terms of the quality of what you can get. That surpasses expectations in every department, really. So, you know, in terms of the value for money, is £2.30 good value for this? Yes, I think it would be. Just solely down to the fact that if you got that in a restaurant and you paid £10 for it, you would eat it and you wouldn't bat an eye, you would enjoy it, and you wouldn't complain. So would I get this again? Oh yes. I was a bit worried that the curry would be substantially different from the laksa one, but thankfully it was similar. Don't remember the laksa being just as hot and spicy, but that was beautiful. How often would I get this? I think it's quite hard. I could definitely see myself eating this frequently. If I was given that every single day, I would eat it. And because it's air-dried noodles instead of fried, I would probably not suffer any health consequences. That was just one of those noodles that, honestly, I just don't think I could get sick of it. Honestly, that was amazing. I think I can't wait to go and try all the other ones in the same range. They do a whole grain version of this. I can't wait to go and try that and review it for the channel. But as far as I'm concerned, in terms of a rating, that's an easy 5 out of 5 for me.